The Late Night Legends podcast is meant for a mature audience. Please be aware of your surroundings. Audience discretion is advised. Watch out.
Hello, and hold on. I really want to start
Oh
with
my god.
Yeah.
Oh, The fuck?
What's up?
Yo.
Yo.
You gotta hold on, you gotta start over with the yo.
No, I'm not doing that, but I wanted to.
Fine.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Late Night Legends. I am one of your hosts, Kay, and I am here tonight with Colin, Maria, Ashley, I'm a Snake, Tim, and
sorry.
Charlie.
I'm no longer a snake. Sorry.
And tonight, Charlie is going to be talking about the frequency of fear. But before we get into that, we want to talk about some new merch. So Maria's shirt is no longer up for grabs. You're going to have to wait until a later date to get another chance at that. But Colin's shirt has now dropped, and that is called My Lips Are Fine, Don't Worry About It. If you are wondering what on earth that shirt could look like, go ahead and head over to merch.latenightlegends.boo and check it out. That will be available for this month only. And also, Tim, do you want to talk about what your topic is for next week?
Sure. Since next week is going to be 420, we're going to do a topic called High and Haunted that I think you guys will enjoy. Talking about how sometimes people be more spiritual, see the paranormal more when they're under the influence. And could it be something that actually connects you to the supernatural, or could it just be people messed up in their own heads? We'll find out.
Yes. Yes.
We'll find out next week.
Charlie, are you locked and loaded?
We are ready to go.
All right.
Is that my cue? Are we doing it?
And yeah, when you say
Over to you, Charlie.
Thanks. All right. Just quickly before I start, I do want to recommend that everybody who is listening live or watching the episode later, you might want to. The headphones are recommended because later on we'll be doing a sound experiment, and I will be testing everybody on the show and those in the chat, and you can play along at home. But tonight, we're going to be talking about something you can't see, and you can't hear it, at least not consciously. But according to scientists, paranormal investigators, and a few horror movie directors, it might be the reason you feel like you're being watched. It might explain cold chills, unexplained dread, and even apparitions. It's called, colloquially, the ghost frequency, and its story begins in the early 80s in a medical equipment laboratory in Coventry, England, with a man named Vic Tandy. Now, Vic Tandy was a lecturer in information technology at Coventry University, but he was also an engineer. He was a keen fencer and a member of the Leamington and Warwick Magic Society. He was, by all accounts, a rational man, not someone prone to seeing ghosts. But the laboratory where he worked had a reputation. Staff had been whispering about it for months. People reported feeling uncomfortable, sensing a presence, getting the distinct feeling they weren't alone. Tandy dismissed it all. He said it was the sounds of the lab's machines that was responsible for whatever weird feelings people were having. But one evening, he was working late on his own. Here's how he described it to the Birmingham Post. I was sweating, but cold, and the feeling of depression was noticeable, but there was also something else. The hairs on the back of his neck stood up. He was convinced something was in the room with him. Then out of the corner of his eye, he saw it, a gray shape, an apparition drifting slowly into view. He turned to face it, and it vanished. Vic Tandy, this rational engineer, went home terrified. So the next day, he brought his fencing foil in to work for repairs. He clamped the blade in a vise on a table in the middle of the laboratory, and he noticed something strange. The blade was vibrating. Slowly at first, then faster and faster, it began to tremble up and down all by itself. But again, as a rational man, an engineer, he knew this wasn't a ghost. This was physics. Tandy started investigating and discovered that a newly installed extractor fan was producing a low-frequency sound wave, a standing wave that was bouncing between the end walls of the laboratory, and reaching peak intensity right in the center of the room. Using some equipment, he calculated the frequency, about 19 hertz. So 19 hertz is in the range known as infrasound. That's sound waves below the threshold of human hearing. It's about 20 hertz is normally where you can't hear anymore. But you can still feel it. And that 19 hertz wave was the exact resonant frequency of his sword. It was shaking the blade. So Tandy made the connection. If the sound could shake his sword, his foil, what was it doing to him? His body. It turns out possibly quite a lot. The resonant frequency of much of the human body, according to Tandy, is also close to 19 hertz. So when he was standing in that lab, he could feel his chest vibrating. That caused breathing difficulties, which in turn triggered feelings of anxiety and dread. The cold sweat, the sense of depression. Even the apparition could be explained. A NASA report said that the resonant frequency of the human eyeball is around 18 hertz. So if Tandy's eyes were vibrating slightly, resonating with this frequency, it could cause smearing of his vision, optical illusions that could easily be interpreted as shadowy figures, especially out of the corner of his eye. When he turned the fan off, the sound wave disappeared, and so, by all accounts, did the ghost, everything. So Tandy, using this knowledge, went on to investigate other reportedly haunted locations. A 14th century pub cellar in Coventry where tourists had reported terrifying experiences for years, including sightings of a spectral gray lady. He found another 19 hertz standing wave, this time produced by a pump from a nearby fountain. In 2005, he measured infrasound frequencies at volumes 200 times higher in haunted areas of Edinburgh's Mary King Close than in nearby unhaunted places. So the pattern was consistent. Where people were reporting ghosts, Tandy often found infrasound. But what exactly is infrasound? We know it's below 20 hertz. It's all around us. It's generated by big engines, fans, washing machines, thunderstorms, ocean waves, even wind turbines. We don't consciously hear it, but our bodies can still respond to it. Dr. Trevor Cox, who's a head of acoustics research at Salford University, explains that sensitivity to infrasound varies from person to person. Some people can't detect it, some people can't. It's partly about hearing ability and partly natural variation. If your body is a different size than mine, it's going to resonate at a different frequency, but there could be, it's just going to vary person to person. Whew, sorry. When you're exposed to infrasound, several things can happen. Physiological effects. The vibrations can cause discomfort, dizziness, blurred vision by literally shaking your eyeballs. The wave can resonate with your internal organs, leading to nausea and that heavy feeling in your chest. Psychologically, the sense of pressure and unease can trigger primal fear responses. Our ancient ancestors evolved to be hyper alert to low frequency sounds, the kind that might indicate a large predator. Researchers have noted that a tiger's roar contains frequencies around 18 hertz, which might disorient and paralyze prey. And parapsychologist, I'm going to butcher this name, Sharon O'Keefe.
Butcher it.
I think it's Sharon O'Keefe, Ciaran. It's Italian. It's Irish, goddammit. One of those.
You got to do this.
He describes it this way. There can be a kind of heaviness on your head and your ears.
Italian.
Buongiorno.
Oh my. It's not Irish. It's Italian.
And Charlie's trying to be like Inglourious Bastards, like Brad Pitt. Buongiorno. Sorry, Charlie. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'm going to cut all of that out. Don't worry.
Okay. Parapsychologist Sharon O'Keefe describes it this way. There can be a kind of heaviness on your head or your ears. Some people even report hairs going up on the back of their neck, a sense of presence as well. Composer and sound designer Sarah Anglis, who has worked extensively with infrasound, puts it even more vividly. It's a very odd feeling. It's a sound that you would feel rather than hear. It like gets in your body. You sense it almost on your skin and you're aware of it. If it's loud enough, if it's powerful enough, you have a sense of the air being alive in a certain way. But she's careful to note it doesn't make you see dead relatives. It's a subtle effect, a slight addition to the atmosphere of the room. It's not a portal to the afterlife. So in 2003, Anglis and O'Keefe teamed up to test Vic Tandy's theory more rigorously. They built an acoustic cannon, basically a 23-foot piece of corrugated plastic sewer pipe designed to resonate at 17.5 hertz, just below the ghost frequency. And they took it to the Purcell Room at London's South Bank Centre. They staged 2 concerts, mixing live piano and electronic music with carefully controlled infrasound bursts. Audience members filled out questionnaires about their experiences afterwards. The results, people definitely reported emotional and physical responses, but during the infrasound sections, feelings of sorrow, coldness, anxiety, even a sense of the uncanny. But was it the infrasound alone, or was it the combination with the music and the suggestive context? It's harder to determine. So I wanted to talk about this in relation to other kinds of frequencies, other frequency phenomenon. And one that's often related to or confused with the ghost frequency, but it's kind of a different branch of science. But I thought we're on sound. We're gonna do all kinds of sound stuff. So I want to talk about frequency following response, or FFR. In neuroscience and audiology, the frequency following response is a well-documented physiological phenomenon. It's an evoked potential measured from the brainstem in response to sound. When you hear a sustained tone, say 500 hertz, your brainstem generates electrical activity that literally follows the frequency of that sound wave. The brain echoes what the ear hears. This response originates in the inferior colliculus.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, something like that. Part of the brain.
Fucking dirty Charlie.
Gotta
that
buy you
located?
dinner first.
And it appears about 6 milliseconds after the sound. So it's used in hearing research and clinical assessment. It has nothing to do with ghosts or altered consciousness. It's just we see this when you play a tone, the sustained tone over, apparently 6 milliseconds. But this kind of somewhat clinically shown phenomenon has been borrowed and repurposed. It's the kernel of truth in the middle of a lot of new age and out there theories, let's say. So it's been made synonymous with brainwave entrainment. So the theory goes like this: when the brain is presented with a rhythmic stimulus, pulses of sound or even light at a specific frequency, it tends to synchronize its own electrical activity to that rhythm, which may or may not be true. But if you listen to a beat at 4 hertz, your brain might start producing more delta waves, the kind associated with deep sleep. At 10 hertz, more alpha waves associated with relaxation. So this is the science behind, binaural beats, isochronic tones, and meditation music stuff you might see on YouTube. I don't know if you guys listen to any of that, like the binaural beats, and then one person reading the Bible in Mandarin and one person reading like.
Charlie, I was just listening to that before the show. How do you?
I actually do listen to those fairly often because I have trouble sleeping. They really do put me to sleep.
There's lots of stuff like that out there that it definitely helps.
Are you talking like ASMR?
ASMR is maybe related to this. That it's so weird that that's such a popular thing and we still don't really know the science on ASMR. But this is more when it's like meditation music or whatever. Unlock your creativity. Listen to this while you sleep. It's like 13 hours and.
Yeah, I've seen those. That's like someone said like brown noise or white noise or something like that.
Yeah,
we talked about the brown note the other week. There,
we did, and Frank didn't believe me.
I just learned about it like 2 weeks ago.
The brown
I
noise,
like
the
whale
brown.
sounds.
Okay, so according to Charlie, now that you've done the research, according to Kay, a brown note is some type of audio that can be played that will make you evacuate your bowels. Can you confirm? Please confirm, PLZ.
If you had an acoustic cannon, a really, really big one, and you knew the resonant frequency of someone's bowel. Acoustic cannon? Just like you had a giant tube, and you essentially put it right up to someone's gut, and you knew the exact resonant frequency of the bowel. Theoretically, yes.
Oh my God, you can vibrate the shit out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Buckle up, we're learning now.
But brown noise and the brown note, those are two different things I'm going to point out. Brown noise is like white noise. There's white noise, green noise, blue. There's all kinds of noises. And some people just like to listen to them compared to other ones. Brown noise is like a little warmer. I don't know how else to describe it. It's strange. All right, that was on me.
Sorry.
Get out of your system. We got a lot more to go here.
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. So there is some evidence that this kind of meditation music works. Studies dating back decades have shown that rhythmic stimulation, again, I'm going to stop, can influence brain activity. One 1999 study found that struggling college students who underwent audiovisual brainwave stimulation significantly increased their GPAs. Other research suggests that benefits for attention, stress reduction, and even addiction treatment. But here's where some skepticism is warranted. There's a lot of bold claims. Shamanic consciousness on demand, instant meditation, healing frequencies, and a lot of that is unsubstantiated. We can't know. People are just putting together all kinds of different frequencies or sounds. It could be any. So buyer beware. The research is real, but it's modest. Brainwave entrainment can nudge your mental state, but it can't it can't hypnotize you, can't make you do something. And it has absolutely nothing to do with infrasound or ghost sightings or the 19 hertz fear frequency, but I just thought it was a little interesting side note, something else kind of strange with sound and your brain. So far, this all sounds somewhat neatly scientific. Infrasound can explain strange experiences, brainwaves can explain meditation, but science doesn't work that way, and there are plenty of dissenting voices. So first, let's look at the Haunt Project, which was conducted at Goldsmiths College in London. Researchers built a chamber designed to expose occupants to carefully controlled infrasound and electromagnetic fields. Subjects spent 50 minutes in the room recording their experiences. The findings: the participants did report unusual sensations, feeling detached from their bodies, sensing a presence, but statistical analysis showed these experiences correlated primarily with subjects' degree of suggestibility, not with whether infrasound was actually present. So people were just like, again, because of the context and what was going on, they were feeling something, even though they were in the control group. If you walked into that chamber expecting to feel something weird, you probably did or would. Other researchers have criticized Tandy's methodology, pointing to inadequate measurement techniques and small sample sizes. The 19 hertz fear frequency has become a pop culture meme, repeated uncritically in countless articles and documentaries, while the actual evidence remains kind of thin. Even Sarah Anglis, who worked on the Purcell room experiment previously, is cautious. If you're expecting to see a dead uncle in the room or something like that, it's not like that at all. It's really marginal. How are we doing so far?
I'm doing beautiful.
Any questions? Has anybody heard of the 19 hertz before, or infrasound or anything like that?
Yeah, I've heard of it before. They play it in like a lot of like horror videos and that sort of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Has anybody listened to any frequencies like that? I mean, even like brainwave stuff, anything like that before?
I like once, but didn't really do anything. But I just keep thinking of like that one room. I forgot where it is, but like they block out all sound.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it is very loud, right? And drives you crazy.
It's like you start hearing like yourself
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff. And like people say like
The
that their heartbeat is like really loud.
Yeah, the
and
blood
everything.
rushing through their ears and that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, the anechoic chamber.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's like so padded and so deadened. So again, I'm throwing in other frequency controversies, and I want to address one here that's kind of taken on a life of its own. So you've probably seen memes or things about this. Jimi Hendrix tuned his guitar to 432 hertz. Anybody heard that? Or John Lennon did it, or even ancient Egyptian instruments were discovered tuned to 432 hertz. It's the beat of the earth. It's got substantial healing benefits, and it all changed when the Nazis made 432 into 440 hertz as a standard pitch. And apparently, according to these rumors, they did this to agitate people's brains and manipulate their enemies. Anybody heard any of that? Okay.
They like sirens.
Siren? Oh, I don't know what.
Like the way that they sing and like hypnotize.
Oh.
I thought you were talking like emergency vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, maybe, I don't know.
Okay. No, and then I went another way and you're like, no.
So in 1939, an international conference in London organized by the British Standards Institute recommended tuning concert pitch to that A, the note A, is 440 hertz. So if you ever hear an A or someone wants to know, A is 440. Germany was there along with France.
Canadian. A,
yeah, exactly. 440. So Germany was at that conference along with France, Italy, Great Britain, and Holland. This was a technical standardization, not a plot. The recommendation was forwarded to the International Standards Association, which later became the International Standards Organization after World War II, and was formally adopted in 1955. But here's the kicker. A440 was not invented by Nazis. It was first proposed by Johann Heinrich Schreiber at the Stuttgart Congress of Physicists in 1834. And by 1917, the American Federation of Musicians was already adhering to the standard. So this is a long-running standardization. But, okay, so did ancient cultures really tune their instruments to A432? Armand Danjor, a professor at Oxford who studies ancient Greek music, calls it a fantasy. He told Reuters, "We don't know the absolute pitches of ancient strings. We can't," which in any case would have been variable depending on resources, location, circumstances, materials. So it's a fantasy to suggest that we know any tuning was ever pinpointed at A equals 432. Heidi Koop-Junk, an expert in Egyptian archaeology, says there's no evidence that ancient Egyptian instruments were ever tuned to 432. And as for the healing benefits, Susan Rogers, professor of music production at Berklee College of Music, puts it simply: there is no empirical research suggesting that the universe has a preferred acoustic frequency. So this is kind of interesting because I've always known A440. That's kind of what we're taught in band through high school and college. I was in a band with some hippies at one time, and we were playing a show with another band of hippies, and they're like, "Oh, could you guys tune to A432?" Or no, they wanted A444 because they thought 444, that's the frequency of the earth or something.
Turn to frequency 390.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just very strange. People have these theories that A440 is wrong, it's bad, it was invented by Nazis, and it's against the actual frequency of the universe, whatever. It doesn't have any basis in science. I don't know where,
They're like angel numbers.
Yeah, exactly. The myth persists because it feels true. It offers a simple explanation that resonates with our suspicion of authority and our desire for hidden knowledge. It's the same impulse that makes ghost stories really compelling. It's interesting or more logical somehow explanation. So on one hand, we have genuine science. Infrasound is real. It can affect bodies and our emotions according to multiple different scientific explanation or experiments. The work of Vic Tandy, whatever its methodological limitations, opened up a fascinating avenue of research into why certain places feel haunted. The frequency following response, in its proper neurological sense, is real. Brainwave entrainment has measurable, if modest, effects. But on the other hand, we have this kind of myth-making. The 19 hertz fear frequency has been exaggerated into a kind of a catch-all. The 432 hertz movement has built an elaborate spiritual edifice on foundations of sand. Here's what I find most interesting. Both ghost hunters and frequency believers are responding to something real. Places do feel haunted sometimes. Music does affect our emotions. The error comes when we latch onto a single explanation and stretch it beyond what the evidence supports. Maybe some hauntings are just ventilation fans. Maybe some healing frequencies are just confirmation bias. But maybe the truth is stranger than either of that. It's somewhere in the middle. What if infrasound doesn't create ghosts, but what if it opens a door in our perception? What if our brains, when they're subtly messed with like that by frequencies we can't detect, they're more receptive to things we normally filter out? Just a theory. A film theory. Okay. So that's all I had for my topic there. Any questions?
No, but I have heard of I don't know if it's a conspiracy or what, but a lot of artists or some people that go into making music and stuff and actually get record labels and stuff, they tell them they have to have a certain frequency or something so that people kind of get addicted to that music or influence people and everything.
Yeah, so that's something too in certain songs and even albums. There are a lot of examples of songs that have been pushed above A440 to A450, A460, and usually you just do that by slightly speeding up your song, so everything just sounds higher, and that kind of just gives an extra push, and they call it a sparkle. So Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson is a prime example. Yeah, I can't think of anything else on the top of my head, but that is a known thing as well. So yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's just superstition or people just do it, and it does give your whole sound a unique, or all your music a unique sound because it's slightly off from everything else we hear.
What are your thoughts on A24?
The film studio. Yeah, they had some good ones. Good, I appreciate them.
Are their frequencies flying or dying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ashley, if you had to say what percentage flying to what percentage of dying?
Tune in next week when Tim presents 420 Highway, whatever.
Okay.
Brian Haunted.
There you go.
All right. So are we ready for the experimentation, the kind of game
Yes.
portion of this? Everybody has
Science, bitch.
pen and paper, pencil, paper, something to write with. So what I'm going to do, so to make this fair and to make sure I didn't accidentally show my screen when I was doing this, I pre-recorded all this on a video, but I want you to be sure that there is sound. I know it's good. You're going to say, Charlie, you didn't play anything. And I'm going to be like, no, there's sound there because I can see it on the waveform, but...
Wait, isn't sound heard? What do you mean you can see it? Oh, the waveform.
I hear colors.
No, literally, when I was editing this video, I was like, okay, did it even come through? And you can see it on the waveform, but you can't hear it.
So we're going to be like, hey, there's no sound here. But you're like, no, I see the sound.
I'm trying to make...
He
Please
sees
trust
the
me.
squiggle, so we should hear it.
I got you. I'm just...
So I'm going to play these sounds. Past me is going to talk a little bit, but I'm going to play the sounds. I would like you to try and guess around what frequency you're listening to. And
if also, I can make a request while we do that in a real serious way. When Charlie's playing, can we all mute our mics? Because I think we're getting sounds from people's backgrounds and stuff. So, Charlie, when you're ready to play, just let us know and we'll all mute our mics.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you could, and note if you're feeling anything, and then we'll pause in between, and but just if you feel anything, if you notice anything, and if you can guess what frequency, and again, infrasound is below 20 hertz, but the sound frequencies go up into the tens of thousands. So you can.
How many are you playing?
I can't remember. Hold on. I wrote them all down.
Are you playing all
Good
of
question.
them below 20 hertz, or are you playing high ones too?
There will be a mix.
Oh,
All right. Can you remind us one last time for anybody who's tuning in here in our live chat?
Anybody
What are we
listening,
writing
tuning
down?
in now? I'm going to play the sounds, and if you hear anything, first off, mark that. If you've noticed or feel anything, or like you sense anything mentally, physiologically, anything, please note that down. And if you'd like to make a guess at what frequency it's playing, most of them will be low. Okay. And we're going to start with some practice tones to kind of get your ear in, if that makes sense.
Get my ear in. Got it.
Tune your ears.
All right, everybody mute. Except for. So we draw a wolf right now, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so welcome to the game, and this game is we're gonna play some tones, and I'm gonna have you guys kind of tell me how you feel, how it makes you feel, and if you can guess. That's what I said. The frequency. Well, to get our ears set up and ready to go, and kind of get us in tune, as it were, I'm gonna play. This is A equals 440 hertz. This is very common in Western music, so let's see. Right? It's pretty common A. Now, a lot of times people will try and tell you that A is actually 432. So let's see if we can tell a difference. Ooh, it's just a little flat to me. And then we're going to go up. And another one I've heard is A444 because it's a perfect square and all this. So let's hear. So to me, that's just a little sharp. So, okay, that was just a little ear test to get you refreshed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some tones, and I have a list of tones here to play. And I just want you to listen to them for about 5-10 seconds. And then we're going to go through and say how that made us feel. And then I'll reveal what the tone was. All right, are you ready? So this is the first one, and here we go. You guys hear that? Some of these you won't be able to hear, so that's why headphones are definitely recommended for this. So how did that make everybody feel? Everybody? Anybody?
That one made me feel deaf because I didn't hear shit.
I had a tickle in my ear.
You heard a tickle? Okay.
I didn't hear anything, but like I felt like my ears.
You know what this reminds me of, Charlie? I used to have a ringtone on my Razor phone when those were out, and it was called the mosquito ringtone.
Hold that thought, Frank.
Okay,
we'll get there.
But I don't hear anything now.
Okay, nothing's playing right now, but that.
Okay.
But okay, so that was two of you that heard something or felt something.
Wait, Colin, did you hear anything or no?
He's muted.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, all right.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Also, hold on. I also kind of felt like it, like okay, I don't know if this is true, if it happened or if I was just tripping the fuck out, but like I felt like the front of my head was about to cave in. Like it felt like there's a pressure going on when that, just as that vibrate was about to like show up.
Charlie, Ashley's soul has left her body and she was watching herself over her chair.
Because it just felt like something was pushing on me and then the vibrate happened. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
It was weird. Anyway, this is fun.
Okay. Going on to the next one. I gotta skip it. Oh, I'm a wave. I'll give it away. So that was gamma waves. That is supposed to help with high level cognition. And there is early evidence that maybe it helps with Alzheimer's. So I played that one first, so you could all feel very smart as we go into the next one. And for those who are asking, 40 hertz gamma waves, it's around approximately D sharp, E flat, very, very low. All right, so let's get on with our next one. Ready? I'm going to start the next one in 3, 2. All right. Any? How did that one make everybody feel? Any guesses where that one is?
I think you're trolling us, Charlie.
I heard that one.
I heard that one too.
The
was
rumbling
that the
in my
mic?
tummy.
I know how this
Was that
works. It's just
rumbling
because
the
I'm
mic
old.
or the sound?
I was really trying to mute my mic in between. I know sometimes there's some overlap. And
Was that one 69 hertz?
16.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so that was what? How many heard that one?
I heard
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Oh, yeah, I heard that, but I thought we were supposed to hear a squeaking. Can it be like what the sound that Ashley made? Does that count?
Well, so the thing is, if you're using headphones, it's vibrating your drivers at such a low frequency that it could actually be your
sound like,
drivers. You know, it's like a subwoofer.
yeah.
It's like,
When it's set wrong, you just get like
I'm
thumps.
being driven.
so if anybody's listening to this in their car, really bump the bass for this part and you will hear something, I promise.
This is Late Night Legends are probably already bumping bass.
So that one is actually a beta wave. And so it's kind of vague. A beta wave can kind of be anywhere 12 to 30 hertz. That's active thinking, alertness, and focus. So hope you're all feeling very focused now. So we're going to move on to the next one. All right, ready for the next one? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Anybody hear that one? Any effects?
Was
I think I
someone
heard a
licking an
little
ice
bit in the
cream?
beginning.
Licking an
I
ice
thought I heard
cream.
like ocean waves or something.
I heard
Sounds
like
kinda
a
rhythmic.
lick,
to
lick,
me,
lick, lick,
Yeah.
lick. But like in a lick, lick sound. I'm not going to make it because
Do it.
perverts.
Do it.
Please, definitely don't do it.
Give us short
It
form
just
content,
sounded like
Ashley.
spit, kind of like, you know, when you talk and then you have like spit in your cheeks when you talk, or like you smile and it makes that little bubble
like
sound. That's what it
Mixing a
sounded
pot
like.
of macaroni.
Anyways, I think this sound is alpha. Calling it.
All right. We're going to find out. How many people saw that one or heard that one? So that one was actually 18.98 hertz, just below the 19 hertz ghost frequency. And that one is supposedly the one that is the same resonant frequency as an eyeball.
Oh, we had to hear that with our
under
eyes.
prolonged exposure.
Yeah,
but
possibly
if you could put the headphones over your eyes and then tell us if you
It
see
would
anything.
melt off.
Some kind of hallucinatory, some kind of something. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, let's start the next one in 3, 2. All right. Anybody hear that one? Me. I did. I heard that one.
I definitely heard that one. For sure I heard that
Was
one.
that one like a higher pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, do you know what that one
I'm
was?
not going to guess how many hertz, man, but I heard that.
But you were talking about a ringtone. Did you have this ringtone?
Yes. So
What?
so the theory is that as you get older, you hear less of the higher frequencies. So I had read when I was younger that there's a ringtone called the mosquito that is such a high frequency that older people will not be able to hear it. So it was kind of a fucking prank I did. So like I could put a ringtone on my phone, and if I'm at work, none of the old people that I work with would hear it, but I would, and so would some of the younger people. So like I could turn my ringtone on technically, and I don't know that it was ever very successful. I don't remember if I had success with it, but I remember installing it and trying it, and like no one called me, so like I could never, you shut your ringer off. So like when are you supposed to test it?
It's all your friends are mosquitoes. They didn't want to call you. You had the mosquitoes.
No one. I think as soon as cell phones came out, fine, people would call each other and we had ringtones. But then as soon as texting became popular, no more phone calls for anyone.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Barry says mosquito tone was all the hype in school. Yeah, in high school, not all my friends, but a lot of my friends had this, and you'd hear this every day in class. He's right. Did anyone else hear it besides Frank and I?
So was that like a super
I wonder if
high pitch? Like a ringing in your ears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just my ears ringing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard absolutely nothing. I was
Yeah, I
pushing,
didn't hear
I was
anything
pushing
either.
in my earbuds to being like, okay, waiting for it. No, I heard nothing.
Wait,
Anybody, like, if you could hear it, I wonder if anybody remembers this. Kind of in the early thousands, a lot of kids would put that as their ringtone because younger ears, like kids, generally can hear that one easier. Now I could just make that one out, but only in my left ear, which is interesting. That one is 17.5 kilohertz or 17,500 hertz. And that's commonly known as the mosquito or mosquito repellent. And they're usually only audible to children, teenagers, and adults under 25. Some people find that kind of painful or irritating. That was fine. But yeah, people over 25 often experience hearing loss at these high frequencies, which is a condition called presbycusis. I found out later. Making them unable to hear the sound while younger people can hear it clearly. I could hear that.
That's what we're going to call this video, Charlie.
That kind of goes 17 to 18.5 in that range. So let's get on to the next one. Okay, this is one I'm pretty sure everybody's going to hear, but I want to know how everybody's going to feel about it afterwards. So I'm going to play it in 3, 2, 1. All right, how's everybody feeling about that?
That made
That one
me
makes you want to
sweat.
punch somebody.
I just kind of make my ears hurt.
Interesting.
It feels like it's an alarm, like a bomb's going to be dropped or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oi, 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 says iridocyclitis.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
That was Frank, not me.
Oh.
Frank has stolen my name.
So that's a very high, clear tone, and it's not flat or sharp. That's just a high, kind of a high C. And you might notice that sounds a lot like a sound bowl, one of the healing bowls.
Jesse has one of those bowls.
Buddhist monks will use this for meditation, or they have crystal bowls or ones that are made
it,
out
like,
of brass and bronze.
Tapers
things like that.
off.
And that's supposed to. I did
reduce
turn
your
it down a little bit because it wasn't too loud for me when I was recording it.
I thought it was tapering. I was like, that's so cool. Because I kind of like the bowl sounds. Like, I find that because it's starting to quiet, I find it to be calming.
Like one of those drums in Jamaica that they play.
Oh,
The
yeah,
air
steel drum.
Steel drum. Those are
But
awesome.
the initial start of it, I immediately felt my armpits just sweat.
It's a little harsh for sure.
Nice.
Yes. So I hope everybody's feeling a little bit more.
That's exactly how I relax.
Yeah, it's supposed to relax you or help with meditation. I don't know. Anyway. after that one, let's move on to the next one. All right, we got the next sound starting in 3, 2, 1. All right. How's everybody feeling?
I didn't hear that one.
Anybody hear that?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, again, several of these I could not did not hear.
My perception so far is that Ashley has the most sensitive ears. Ashley, did you pick anything up there?
I felt like a little like, well, you can't probably hear that. It's not picking up, but I felt like I had like a little tap, tap, like a light one. And then it just disappeared.
Well, I forget what this one is, so he needs to remind us. So that one was actually an alpha wave.
I knew one was going to come
8 and
up.
12 hertz. And again, it's supposed to make you feel relaxed. It's also supposed to make you feel calm and creative. So let me know if you're feeling any of those things. Let's move on to the
Feeling pretty creative now.
Okay, great.
Ashley's feeling calm and Tim's feeling creative.
Next one. Okay, I mean, we take those. All right, next sound.
Everyone mute up.
3, 2, 1. All right, how did that one make everybody feel?
Pleasant.
I didn't hear a single thing. Oops.
You know, Charlie, I don't know if I heard it. I started to like try to convince myself that I might have heard it, but I think my ears actually hurt a little bit, even though I don't know that I heard it. Is that possible that your ears can hurt, but you don't hear it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean,
yeah, that happened to me with one of the other ones.
It's just like the response of your eardrum literally cannot.
My eardrums don't like this, Charlie.
Isn't that supposedly the source of the Havana syndrome too?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I didn't hear anything. And these are inners, and I'm getting nothing on the inner of my brains.
All right, so that one was actually a theta wave, which is between 4 and 8 hertz, and it's associated with deep meditation, rapid eye movement, sleep, REM sleep, and hypnosis. So everybody's still awake out there, right? Let's move on to the next one. All right, got the next sound starting in 3, 2, 1. All right, how's everybody feeling about that one? Anything?
Oh, that one was weird. That one was weird. The pressure happened again, but the pressure happened. It went like my ears were going vibrating, so they're like, and then it just went like numb and like this dull pain sound in my head.
I can't tell the difference between what I'm hearing and my tinnitus. So,
and I was looking into that too, because I played drums for years, about 20 years. So like I do have tinnitus. And what they say is actually, but this website I was using, and I can send you the link, you can go through and find the frequency of your tinnitus. And that can actually help you, because if you know the frequency, you can know which frequencies to target to try and block out. And it can actually help you block tinnitus. So kind of interesting. And they say like go up 1 octave and down half an octave or whatever, because it can be very close. So which one was that? Was a delta wave. Delta wave. That's anywhere between 0.5 and 4 hertz. I went as low as I could go on this website that I'm using, and it's 1 hertz. And delta waves are associated with deep, dreamless sleep and healing. So I hope everybody feels better. Okay, I think we've got maybe 1 or 2 more here, so we'll see. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Starting the next sound in 3, 2, 1. That one was kind of spooky. That one, I was getting a lot of rattle in my left ear of my headphones here. And when I turned it up, I got even deeper rattle. Anybody else get any rattle? I've just heard it again there.
I got some
Yeah, I
rattle.
got quite a lot of it.
I
Charlie,
only
here's
got it at the end.
Charlie, there's somebody that's on our team that's heavy breathing. Can we analyze the frequency of that heavy breathing, please?
Yeah, we'll get the frequency analyzer. Get right on that.
You got one more?
I think 1 or 2 more, yeah.
Okay.
So that one is actually 19 hertz. That's our ghost frequency. That is the purported infrasound that is causing a lot of paranormal experiences, things like that. So I'm going to do one more for you, and this one's just going to hopefully make everybody feel better. Let's see. Starting the next sound in 3, 2, 1. Is everybody feeling better after that?
I feel like I'm in Nepal.
I was like,
a month.
I got
I felt like Maria was in Nepal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's well within the human range of hearing, but so that one there was actually 111 hertz, which apparently is what is used in sound baths for sound healing and
I'm cleansed.
energy distribution and things like that. So anyway, I hope if you felt anything, if you didn't hear a lot of these, neither did I. Like I said, yeah, it's just kind of an interesting experiment to see if you heard anything, if you experienced anything. A lot of these things, you're not going to experience anything in like 10 seconds. It takes prolonged exposure. But yeah, anyway, thanks for playing. And future Charlie, back to you. So yeah, that's our experiment, our deep dive into sound. I just kind of picked some random frequencies that had some associations previously, but yeah, that's about all I got. Thanks for playing, everybody.
wait, so does this tell us if we're like going deaf at all?
So to a certain degree, yes. There's a similar thing that I actually just played this past week while I was kind of doing research on this, called the tone deaf test, and I'll send that to Frank, so hopefully we can get that in the show notes. Where it will play frequencies, and it will play frequencies that are very close, and you have to figure out how far away it is and if it was higher or lower. So if you are losing part of your hearing, it is harder to tell the difference between different tones. But a lot of these are already outside of human hearing frequency. And really the effect, if you wanted to have the full effect, especially of 19 hertz or any of that, would need to be on very loud speakers around you for a long time, or repeated exposure, even at low level. Like we saw with the exhaust fan in the lab, that was people experiencing stuff over weeks and weeks of being there. So it's hard to tell if it's really like, it has anything to do with your hearing and what effects you might experience.
Well, I guess we all heard the creepy frequency.
Yep.
Which one was the creepy one? Was 111?
The 19.
Yeah.
Oh, the 19, the ghost frequency.
Because I only heard it in my left ear, but that was near the end. I didn't hear the whole thing. I only heard the last bit. So I think that'd be too late. I think I'd be the first one dead.
Put down in the comments if you die before or after Ashley.
Someone said big what? I don't know if that was a tone or a bean burrito I had at lunch, but there was a reaction. All right.
Back to the bowel frequencies.
Back to Taco Bell.
Dude, what frequency is the
ding?
bell?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Use the ding.
Oh, hold on, guys.
Missed
Wait.
opportunity.
Hey, God, hold on. Where's the button?
Make sure you don't press the one button.
I am so sorry about playing that one last time, guys. I feel so bad about it.
Doesn't feel that bad about it.
I do. There you go. Okay, analyze this frequency, Charlie. You ready?
Hold on.
It's totally an ohm.
You tell me when to play it. Or you could just do that. That works too. Just make that sound.
I'm doing the shape of the bell.
Oh, okay. I think it's an E.
I'm going to put iridocyclitis on the thumbnail of this video, Charlie. I hope you know that.
Dude, it's definitely an E. 329 hertz. Yes. Yeah, 329.
What's your favorite frequency in the comments?
What's Pornhub's? I mean...
Oh my God, he's looking it up.
For the rest of the show, anytime somebody curses, we should use the Taco Bell sound, but instead of the actual sound, it's just Charlie going, ah.
This is gonna be
the
real
iconic.
weird.
Look, I just looked it up. The iconic Taco Bell sound is an E. E6.
Wow.
Oh.
That's impressive.
And I'll send this to Frank as well, the online tone generator. You guys can play around with this. It even specifically says on this website that some scientists from MIT are seriously investigating the possibility that 40 hertz tones may reverse some of the molecular changes in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. So,
what about the O'Reilly theme song? What's the meow? What's that?
I don't think I can do that off the top of my head. Sorry.
Charlie, do you have O'Reilly by you? Do you have the store? No?
Me?
We have O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yeah,
okay, good. That's what we're talking about.
I've heard the song.
I don't have that, but I heard of O'Reilly.
I don't remember a cat in it.
It's at the end of the song. It goes, meow.
I don't
it's the very end.
I don't think there's enough of a frequency to analyze on
I'll
that.
put it in post. I'll put it in post.
No,
Don't worry.
I've
That'll be
heard
the
the
opening
song.
song for the show.
Yeah.
See, I sing it as New Kids on the Block. I go, O'Reilly.
The right stuff.
Meow.
Put down in the comments if you're in the live chat. Do you want me to open with the O'Reilly song for this episode or some chanting that Charlie had mentioned earlier in the show? Whatever you guys vote on, that's what we'll open the show with today.
Just play a nice little medley of the frequencies we had.
But you should do it at 420 so it's ready for the night stream.
I'm going to break the YouTube algorithm is not going to like that, Tim. The algorithm's like, what are you doing? Bottom of the list.
Final thoughts?
Okay, we only got one vote from Bari. He says 100% O'Reilly.
Okay.
Maybe I'll find a O'Reilly's trap mix online. I'm pretty sure there's probably got to be one.
I want to look on TikTok now.
I bet if you search for it, there's going to be people dancing on TikTok to a trap mix of O'Reilly's Auto Parts. There's got to be.
And if there isn't, we should start that trend.
Oh my God, we'll go viral. We'll do that, and then we'll mix in the Harlem Shuffle. Remember that?
My final thoughts.
Harlem Shake.
Oh, sorry,
Jump
Tim,
into the
go ahead.
final
I was going to
thoughts.
say, what about Michael Jackson's like, Jamal, ow, thing?
I'm gonna I'll give you the tone generator. You can figure it all out for yourself.
I have so many tones in my head right now. I want to know the frequencies. My final thought is a mumble jumble mess of noises.
Okay.
All right. Was that actually your final thought? We should actually start doing final thoughts for real.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving right along.
Mine, I'm like, I kind of want to do experiments and like see if I like play this in the background and like how people react.
Just play it for Chris, but don't tell him.
Yeah.
And then see which sound gets him to react before he's
see.
like, "What are you doing?"
Research.
My final thought is now I'm tempted to learn more about it and try to record my own hypnosis so that when I do my affirmations and goals, they're more apt to come true.
Yeah.
Colin, what do you got for us?
I think it was a lot of fun. It's kind of cool to learn what the actual frequencies are. I thought infrasound was something you could hear, but I guess I was wrong. I mean, it just coupled with other sounds when I heard it mixed in videos. But no, it was a pretty cool topic, and I've already Googled for a tone generator, so I'm gonna play around with that and see if I can give myself tinnitus too.
Kay, you're next.
I've got a couple here. It makes me curious. You know how a lot of people feel really uncomfortable when they go into certain basements or they feel like they're being watched? I'm wondering if it could be some sort of equipment like a furnace or something down there that operates at a frequency that makes them uncomfortable, just as maybe an explanation. Harrison, head of HR, is sleeping next to me, and I have recorded a section of him snoring for Charlie to analyze the frequency
the
of
purring frequency.
Yes.
the purring frequency.
I was going to talk about that a little bit. There is some research that shows that cat purrs help heal, and so it's like, but again,
yeah, whenever they purr on me, like, it's so calming.
Yeah.
What was the reason that you didn't talk about it, Charlie? That's what I want to know.
sorry, what?
What's the reason that you decided to cut that segment out?
We had so much other stuff, man. I was going for the spooky stuff.
I got it.
And cats are different sizes, so cat purrs are different frequencies, so it's like hard to tell. But maybe that's why we're attracted to some cats and not others, because they're the right size for the right frequency for us. Who knows?
Charlie, it's your final thought time.
Wait, hold
Unless
on.
Kay has
Wait,
another one.
Hold on.
You have another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want people to put down in the comments what they would use a frequency for. 2 things I can think of. Use it on Black Friday to get people to move out of lines. And 2, when I have dinner guests that have overstayed their welcome, I can play it and get them to leave my house.
Or you just have like a hand signal you give to McSpooky. You guys don't have hand signals in your relationship? It's like if he needs to be saved from a bad conversation, you just be like, just do one of those.
No, I feel like, does everybody have the universal, like, it's time to go, where you're like, well, and then you slap your legs?
Yeah.
And
Slap
that's
their legs.
everybody's.
I think everybody understands that. Yeah.
I just give a look.
I
usually just say I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I think it's probably head out.
It's like that exhale you just did, I think. You're like, well, like you do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the it's getting late.
You just lock eyes.
Need to beat the
getting late.
cats.
Unless I'm staying the night, it's time to go.
Put down in the comments how you give people the boot when it's time for them to GTFO out of your house.
Dude, I had a buddy in high school. Well, I guess it was just after high school who'd always come over, and he was like a major like weed smoker, and he locked his keys in his cars 3 times in one night. He was so bad at it. But he would never get the hint when you tell him like, oh, it's probably late. We got to work tomorrow. Oh. And then he just keeps sitting there talking like, finally one night I just said, okay, I'm going to bed. And I just went to bed and left him there.
I had a game night once, and it was me and one of my exes. I know all these stories are with my ex, but like I had one of my exes, and it was like a couple that was like her friends, right? So it was like a double date game night type of thing. And I swear to God, they would not get the hint, either one, to GTFO. And my ex fell asleep, and then I was left to entertain her fucking friends until like 1 a.m. I'm like, Tony, don't you got some shit to do tomorrow? It was bad. It was really bad.
See, I'm the guest that would probably stay a little too long because I get serious FOMO, and I don't go out often. So when I do, I'm like, I'm living. So don't invite me over ever. I won't leave your house.
I think when we get together as a team, probably going to get like a weird Airbnb type of situation. So you can stay there, and then I'll be the one that will leave. I'm pretty sure everybody else will too.
Just
Who do you
I'm by myself.
when we get together for like a game night at an Airbnb, who do you guys think would be the first to leave? See, I'm thinking Maria is probably the first to leave. That's who I'm putting my money on. Who's the first to leave and who's the last? I'm going to say Maria's first to leave. Tim is spending the night. What do you guys think?
I mean, if I'm going to Chicago and we're staying at Airbnb, probably, right?
Yeah. No point in leaving at that point.
Let's just
Yeah,
say
what am I gonna do?
your
I
house
gotta
was
go
like
back to Canada, so I
down the
mean, I
street.
would be the last one to leave.
Put down in the comments who's the first to leave on our team and who's the last to leave on our team. You're good, Kay. Yes.
Yeah.
With your final thought?
No,
Okay.
I'm good now.
Charlie.
To Kay's point, yes. It's like in riot situations, police do have the long range acoustical device, DJ LRAD, as it is affectionately known, that does play annoying frequencies to get people to leave, disperse. So this is a practical. There is a practical application to a lot of these. I think this is so interesting. We could easily do a part 2 just with the amount of research on sound. I mean, it's so intrinsic to humans. I think that we're so used to hearing things, we take it for granted, even more than we take sight for granted. I think there's so much to explore here, and I think it's really cool that, even if there is a little bit of science, a little bit of truth at the beginning, at the middle of it, or whatever, that
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, it's really cool that it there's all the science around it. So yeah, I don't know, this is a fun topic for me.
All right. As usual, I'll go last. Infrasound. The sound you can see. Everyone, put down your favorite sound in the comments. Please put down, actually, for all of our listeners, please email us sound clips for Charlie to put through the analyzer. Late Night Legends Podcast at gmail.com. We are still getting pictures of people's feet, and I've been forwarding those to Maria for analysis. So please switch over to sending us sound clips of various sounds, and I will forward those to Charlie. But until next week, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for telling a friend. Thank you for sending in your mother's voice so Charlie can analyze it. We'll see y'all next week, where Tim's going to have an awesome topic. We'll see you then. We're going to be playing that. We're going to be broadcasting that episode at 420 hertz. See y'all next week. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.
O'Reilly.